fired Gasperini.
Oh, you know what?
Oh yeah, yeah. No. Don't change the subject. Don't change the subject. Don't change the subject.
Gonna fire Gasperini.
They were gonna fire
They
Gasperini.
didn't have an objective to get to the Champions League.
Oh, they didn't have an objective to. Of course, the wind blows again, Tommy. The wind blows again. Of course.
To get into Champions League.
Of course.
Because that was the objective. Atalanta had no objective.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
they got there, and now good for them. But they didn't have the subject that we have to get into the Champions League before.
In the end, it's all about the numbers. We'll see what Milan does in the next couple of games. Sorry, we had a little problem on the YouTube video. Tommy, thank you, because we got about 50 questions on Twitter. Always a pleasure.
Well,
even though we like to conversate.
My pleasure. And once again, what two fine young gentlemen. The pleasure is all mine, fellas.
Buonasera.
I wish you guys to have a great night.
Have yourself a good night, and we'll talk soon.
Good night. Ciao.
Ciao. We love him, but Jesus Christ.
As the world turns, it's a soap opera.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, I don't know what the hell happened. I think it's my connection. Anyways, maybe I think Facebook, Frank and Tommy, they put a
curse.
They put a curse. Guys, let's go directly into the Twitter because we're already. I know the video.
So for our YouTube livers,
yes, we were basically
we
saying
want to sell Hakan for free.
Yeah.
When he's not
is that according to Tommy's logic, Gasperini should have got fired.
No. Gasperini was not going to get fired last year after being 17th at the exact same point.
So guys, we can't have it either way. So if Atalanta, and don't tell me Atalanta is a much better team. If numbers. If
points,
Atalanta,
just points and position.
If Atalanta was at 7 points after 8 games, maybe this is me justifying the numbers, but they were at 7 points after 8 games. They did not get rid of Gasperini. They kept him, and they made the Champions League because of the fault of the other teams, because we sucked. But anyways.
And in the Mercato of that summer last year, Gasperini was pissed.
Yeah.
He didn't have the Mercato that he had. They signed Duvan Zapata, fantastic signing, probably last day of the Mercato. Ended up top scorer.
Vincenzo Gattuso, the first one. What does he send us? Hi guys, keep up the great work and Forza Roma. Sempre. He's got to put
Come to Fauci.
Rossonera social mailer. If we miss top 4 this season and finish 5th, 6th, can we still be able to skip Europa League again next season?
We're probably not going to have a choice.
All depending. I don't know, like the way it works out for like the
you have to manage your books.
Yeah, so probably for the amount of money that we spent, the Gigi La Patata. Ciao. Sorry guys, I don't know what the hell happened with the video, but we're back on. Get back on this feed. Get back on this feed. Giants fan, would you play Rebic next game? Definitely. At this point, it's like just. I think having lost 4 out of 6 games, throw everything to the wall and see what sticks. If Rebic is going to come, but Rebic hasn't been impressive.
Exactly. It's not the best solution. He's got to find some continuity. You want the young players to play? I'm for it. Make them play.
But don't be mad if they look the way they looked on the pitch. You want to make them play? These guys have no experience. That's it, you know? Guys. Hello?
James.
Oh my God. Guys, can you hear? It's Presidente live, guys.
Your stream ended. I don't know if you noticed it on your screen.
Oh, thank you very much for that, Presidente. We didn't notice that we lost absolutely everybody.
We're back on.
Okay, because I don't see you guys anymore on the stream. It's completely cut out.
Get a new stream.
We saw that you were watching, so we changed the stream. My internet went down. We're back. Ciao.
All right, very good.
See you, bro.
Presidente does checkup spots.
Guys, just to make sure,
make sure that we're on and we're not lying that we're not doing the thing.
Again, Rossonera social mailer. Rossonera social.
Nera.
As I said earlier, our right-hand side needs revamp. Quality first-time crosses at pace is certainly missing from Piontek. Did you see Andre Silva's last goal for Frankfurt? Why is he scoring there and can't score in Milan? Simple. We lack quality paced crosses. I
saw Andre Silva's goal from last game, guys. It was a counter-attack. It was very well done. he got a header in the 6-yard box.
You got T Pepperoni live.
T pepperoni.
So Frank, Facebook Frank, you're getting a demerit from President. What do you think he called?
Yeah.
As soon as he heard you swear, he cut off the stream right
Yeah.
away. We can't have something
This is
like that.
PG-13, guys.
Frank the Tank.
Right hand side. Let's talk about that right hand side.
Yes, okay. Let's talk about the right hand side.
The right hand side, guys. You know what? I argue with Tommy a lot, but Suso has not been playing well. So Gianpaolo is going to have to make a decision. Is or does he have the testicular fortitude to put this guy on the bench?
That's like Vince McMahon testicular.
Does he have the testicular fortitude to put Hakan on the bench? Because both of them together deserve the bench. I
100.
agree with that.
Is he gonna do it?
Is he going to do it? Probably not. Because why? He cannot afford to lose the locker room. This is where we tie into Presidente's presidential point. At this point in time, you need Maldini, you need Boban to show support to what he's fielding on the field, guys. And there's a political aspect to this.
And to speak one voice, right? To always keep the same voice all together and be in unity, because unity is needed, because we didn't have that in the past years.
No,
we never had.
We've lost that part of us.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about fans. I'm talking about management. I'm talking about even the ball boy. We've lost confidence. We're like a struggling boxing fighter. I can't say wrestler because you can't struggle as a wrestler. One day you
Of
lose,
course, you could struggle as a
one day
wrestler.
one day you lose, the next
these
day you're the
guys,
WWF champion of the world.
Frank the Tank, ciao ragazzi. I must admit, I did not see this coming. I knew we weren't going to set the world on fire and win 6 out of 6 games, but this is really disheartening. What position on the table would you guys be happy with at the end of the season after the sport starts?
I want them to finish fourth, Frank.
Frank, we can still finish fourth, Frank.
This season is not over, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, there is things. Let's put it out there. Has Gianpaolo underperformed from when we signed him? Yes. Has the team underperformed with the signings that we did this summer? Yes. But can we just let the season play out? If we finish fourth, yes, guys, yes. We stay strong, we stay united. If we finish 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, will it be disappointing? Yes. But the ultimate goal for this team, and if you want to transition to a mercato where you can pick and choose your players, you need the 4th spot, at least. At least.
And all depending on how the other teams go. But again, we need to have, maybe European soccer, and people are saying you're crazy for thinking fourth,
Guys.
more like 10th.
Guys, let's
I'm going to go have myself another beer.
Let's give a perfect example. We played 70 minutes of, I'm going to say, good soccer against Torino. We fell asleep and we lost that game. That should not get away from us. Guys, Torino just lost against Parma. That's how close this league is this year, guys.
Yeah, nobody's talking about that.
Every game. Cagliari beats Napoli. Spal gives a hard time to Juve. This is the league, guys. This is exactly why we love Serie A. It's because it's so close.
Our friend Francis, that snake, name 4 players that Milan should build on and play week in, week out, no matter what result. Who would they be? You have to use these players to build future on and not allowed to sell even if funds are needed. You have to stick with them for next 3 years. So, example, if you choose to keep Donnarumma, you keep him, but you can't sell to raise for fundings. In that case, where would you get money? Milan won't have a choice to sell someone after this year. 4 players: Romagnoli, Donnarumma.
I disagree.
You disagree with because we can't sell them. Okay. Romagnoli. Even though it hasn't been great, Piontek. Because you're not going to get 60, 70 million for Piontek. From what we've seen so far, no, but we can't sell him. Benacer, if he comes up to 60, 70 million one time. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, you gotta build the core.
Who do you build?
For me, it would be Romagnoli, Benacer, Paqueta. Romagnoli, Benacer, Paqueta. And Leao.
I like that.
I'm just giving you why Leao. Because Leao, in Right now, I like Piontek, but he has to deliver.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a problem. We paid a lot of money for him. The selling might not be what we want. Leao, if I need to keep him for 2-3 years, that's when I think his price will be at a point to sell. That's all I am. That's all. That's my reasoning. Am I saying he's the next coming of Lionel Messi? No.
No.
But the guy has upside. After 2 starts, he's looked the most alive out of everybody.
Gigi Lapatat says Gigio Romagnoli, Benacer, and Paquetá. So just remember, Gigio,
Guys,
somebody
Gigio
comes
is
around.
very hard, guys. It's very hard.
If somebody comes at 80 million, guys,
It changes your team, man. It changes your books. It changes your team. And unfortunately, you have to start gambling a bit at a certain point.
Marco Mortgage from Connecticut.
Yes, sir.
Easy question. Do you sack Gianpaolo now, next week before the international break? If so, who do you bring in? Love your show. By the way, thank you very much. No, I do not sack Gianpaolo. And I don't even have an alternative because for me, any alternative right now on the market is changing $1 for 4 quarters. That's my personal opinion. Do you sack Gianpaolo?
I do not sack Gianpaolo, but if they do decide to sack Gianpaolo, the only person, and it's going to be caretaker, is going to be Ranieri, guys. He's done this before. He knows that it's his place. He knows that he has to take this team to whatever level he can. It's going to be a project. Of all the caretaker roles, I think it's going to be probably his hardest.
Santino Accardo, Gianpaolo looked lost last night. He says he believes in his ideas, yet he abandoned them after 1 game. We are only 6 games in, and the players look like they quit on him last night. That is a sign of players not believing in what Gianpaolo was saying. I respect your opinion, but how do you know that them being lost is it maybe a reason because they have never played the style, or I don't know, but for them to being there's no signs out there that he's lost the players.
You can't say that they looked lost when the midweek game, which was not that far away, we played the best 70 minutes. You know, give credit to Fiorentina for playing their game, and unfortunately us not adjusting. And worse than that, yeah, we got down 1-0, but we've come back in the past down 1-0. But it's very hard to come back when you're down to 10 men and already not playing fantastic soccer. So let's go to that. So Musacchio decided that, you know what, I'm going to stop this counterattack.
He's been bad.
I'm going to stop this counterattack on the speedy Frank Ribery, 34 years old,
36.
by not just professional foul, studs up, where, hey, they used VAR in that case, but didn't use it on the Piontek foul a little bit after. Or a little bit before, but hey,
let's not use
excuses. But just a dumb tackle. Gianpaolo cannot fix that. That's the player. It's a professional foul. Pull his shirt, put him on the floor, get a yellow, let's go. That's all. You're still in the game. We were not getting destroyed that we were not going to create a chance. We were not going to come back. But going down to 10 men, that really, really handcuffed.
Chris Torano, I mean, guys, you could hire Guardiola and even he would struggle with this squad. It's a mismatch of average players with inexperienced young players. Recipe for disaster. Okay, I can see that in that way. But it's a good opinion. It's inexperienced young players, a mismatch of average players. Yes, because there's above average on paper. Who's above average? Suso.
Not even on paper. Even at that. You're looking, and that's a good point, because you're looking to the Romagnoli, you're looking to the Suso, you're looking to these players, like for some kind of fight, for some kind of like energy and some kind of like, let's go, let's get this together, let's grab the troops together. Something happened in the Torino match. Okay?
Where they lost complete concentration.
Where something completely went blank. I don't know what it is. But we just fell asleep. You cannot have that game in and game out. But that's sometimes, it's an on-field manager who's going to see that. Gianpaolo didn't come out of the match against Torino at halftime and said, guys, play until the 78th minute and then absolutely fall asleep.
And I'm gonna relate it to let's say your career, my career. You've been a manager. I've been a manager. Even though we might have the best plans in the world, we're great teachers. We got great vision. But if nobody's out there to execute, or if these people are not coachable, is it my fault, right? Yes, I might change jobs or whatever the case may be. But again, I think it's way too soon to all these talks. But Chris, he was the one who said, "What do people think a new manager can magically wave a wand and it instantly makes players like Hakan and Suso better?" And I think people are failing to see that bigger picture and don't realize how poorly assembled the squad truly is. Very well said.
Yeah.
Michael Procopio, why didn't Paquetá step on the field versus Fiorentina? I believe, guys. I don't
He's
know if
injured,
you guys
thigh
is he
injury.
injured or I'm not 100% sure.
Thigh injury.
Guys, you guys are the best on YouTube. You just keep on conversating with yourselves. Fantastic. Jan, I like this one. This last week has been the most discouraging in years as a Milan fan, and I've been around watching this team for 20 plus years. Can you remember a darker week for Milan fans? Listen here, Jan. You want me to bring you back to 2005, being up 3-0?
Yeah, but that's not comparable.
How's that comparable? A darker time? Was that not a darker time?
We were in the Champions League final and we won it after.
Okay, so let's talk about a darker time. When we sold Ibrahimovic, and 2 days later we sold the Thiago Silva out of nowhere, which we weren't expecting.
I can bring you to a darker time than that.
Bring me a darker time.
I can bring you to, Jan,
And these tough times.
the squad of 2012, 2013.
Oh boy.
Guys, this is beautiful because this apparently we have the worst squad ever this year.
Yeah, we have the worst squad ever. Do you want me to bring you the starting lineup? You still have the picture.
No, but yeah, you could bring up that one. But we have like Antonini, Bonera, Fatto di Carta de Giglio, Mexes, Yepes,
Mario Yepes, yes.
Zaccardo, Zapata, Ambrosini, Boateng, Cristante, De Jong, not De Jong, the one that's in Barcelona, Nigel, Flamini. Guys, we started Ricardo Montolivo for years, guys, for years.
Years,
Guys, years.
2000.
This is what I'm trying to get through Tommy's head. We suffered with Ricardo Montolivo. Vinny, how many times have you seen me smash a table saying that guy's name?
Don't smash my beer spool.
No.
Yeah.
But guys, that's just what I'm trying to get across to everybody. That's the frustrating part. It's not the false hope, guys. It's that there's been worse times, guys. There's been worse times. The league has changed from 2012, 2013 to now. It's completely changed.
2014, 2015. Lopez and Nets, the back four, Abate, Alex, Rami, Antonelli. Our midfield, Andrea Poli, De Jong, Van Ginkel, and our top three, Honda, Menez, and Bonaventura.
Honda, guys, the last number 10 that we wore before Chanaloglu. Honda, who remembers his corner kicks? They were missiles of mass destruction, guys. I myself, Steve Polillo, at 280 plus pounds, could take a better corner. And we're complaining about Hakan Çalhanoğlu. We're complaining, and I complain more than everybody else. Everybody must think, you know what, Steve, stop playing Monday morning quarterback. I'm not, guys. I'm not. I'm just saying you will have subpar players. You will have subpar buys in the Mercato that do not work out. And obviously, Hakan has not worked out. Why Gianpaolo starts him is beyond me. But you need to give him some time. We are not there in the trainings. We don't know why he starts. But this is a dark time for Milan. It is a dark time, guys. You have to come to the realization that we might not be that good.
On that note, Alessandro asks, are there any players that actually want to play for this crest?
That's a very good question. It seems like the fans, and you know what? Tommy brought it up. The Curva left.
Yeah.
They're lucky. These players, these 11 that started yesterday against Fiorentina at home at the San Siro, the epic San Siro that will come down and they'll build another stadium. Guys, they're lucky that they just left. Remember the season Kaká came back, they stormed the dressing room. They didn't want to let them out. And Montolivo, the captain, Montolivo as captain couldn't even go out because they didn't want to see him.
For 2 hours, I remember that. The delay that they didn't want to get out of.
So besides, you know what? Romagnoli, before him, the captain, guys, was Montolivo. No one wants him. We could not even sell him for free. Can we have a little bit of upside for Hakan Çalhanoğlu and at least get our money back? Vinny, please tell me I'm not crazy.
Not crazy.
Honda, the last number 10 is tweeting out that he just wants a job.
And to everybody that's tweeting out, yes, he would help out this Milan team, guys. I have respect for Honda, but please go back and what did he score? 5 goals in 3 seasons.
I don't know, Vinny. I don't know. I think we're all upside down.
Guys, by the way, on YouTube, video quality okay? Do you guys see us clearly? Presidente was concerned about the video quality. Is everything good? Let us know. Christian Espinoza, do you guys still think this team can finish fourth this year? And if the team is mostly the same throughout the season, why has it taken so long for Giampaolo's system to take effect? Are our players just that much worse technically than Sampdoria and Empoli? Christian, I like your question. Why has it taken so long for Giampaolo's system to take effect? Thank you, Edwin.
I don't know.
You know what? That is a great question because these are professional football players. Again, guys, we don't know in the training, but you know what? That would be a very good question to try to answer.
You know, and in the chat we spoke about it. It's not like the Sampdoria team was bad last year, but those players seem to have grown with that system. They started off. It's almost the opposite, actually. They started off well, and then they stumbled near the end. But that could it be because of a lack of depth? Now here with the Milan, they're starting off bad. Will it change? I don't know, guys. I cannot. If I had a crystal ball, I would put money on it, but I don't. But I'm just saying you cannot judge something after 6 games because we need to give him time. We've given time to Inzaghi. We've given time to Brocchi. Like how many times do you want to go to this merry-go-round? There needs to be consistency and continuity.
Maurizio is saying I need something stronger. Bring out the grappa. Maurizio, don't twist my arm. Huh? Don't twist my arm. Jerry Mancini, Lazialist. Why buy players and not use them? It makes no sense. And why does Çalhanoğlu keep getting playing time? The only thing to should be doing is not sit on the bench. It may be a long season for Milan. Thank you, Lazio. Thank you. Yes, we know. We've spoken about that. Tapia. I like Tapia because he's been there from the beginning, right?
From the beginning.
Is it time for Milan to panic? He's not panicking yet. Is it time for Milan, given the performance themselves? Because results aside, the most worrying thing is the poor performance, even in victories. There's no sign whatsoever of what Giampaolo is trying to do.
Okay. I'm gonna answer Tapia. Just this will be my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You panic internally.
Lasana Camera says Giampaolo needs time. Grazie.
Boban and Maldini, for them, it's time to sit down with Giampaolo and pay attention and say, hey, what's going on? Internally. Externally, what they're doing is the right move.
I know that they had reported something on Milan radio that Tommy, because Tommy's got the AM radio that he listens to the radio from Milan. Supposedly there's like a meeting tomorrow or at the training ground.
But people
internally,
yeah, exactly. Internally and externally, what Maldini's comments were is that's textbook PR, right? You're never gonna throw your guy under the bus. Remember, this is his guy. Whether it was his first choice or his third choice, this will forever be known as his guy. Right?
100%.
So you gotta show a united front, but internally it's like, what's going on?
Our good old friend Lenny from Chicago, the Juventina. Here's my question: what is the average weekly alcohol consumption of current Milanistas? I can only answer for myself. And as a follow-up, don't you think it's hard drugs? Thank you, Lenny. Thank you for giving us an escape through our.
Lenny is the dog walker. He walks your dog, ladies and gentlemen.
He's the best. He's the best. Our friend, Il Palestinese Milanista, I believe is our friend from the Netherlands. Yes, he is. Is there a world-class coach who can take these players with this fragile mentality to Champions League? I'm afraid we're going to see Maldini versus Curva Sud if Maldini keeps pressing on MG, who seems to have no connection with his players. Cheers from the Netherlands. I don't even think a world-class... I think Conte would have been okay because he seems more of a motivator. I think a guy like... what's the guy at Liverpool's name? Klopp? Jurgen... anyways, it's just...
These guys are not going to come here. Conte did not choose Milan for a particular reason.
I'm going to get some grappa.
What I would have loved to have seen... No, we don't need that right now. I'm just already nervous as it is. I would have loved to see if Milan and Inter were going to make the Champions League, and he would have liked to have, if you would have had to pick between. I personally think he would have still picked Inter. Because if you put squad to squad, they were in a they were and still are in a much better place than us.
100%.
And what they've done better than we have done is they were able to get rid of their problems.
Mhm.
No,
Yep.
Perisic is a problem. You're gone.
And
Kante
they
was
stood
a
ground.
problem.
And they stood their
You're
ground.
gone. Exactly. They stood their ground and waited for Woody Kante, their price, and Perisic, their price. We'll see. Apparently, their loan moves, but they're not there anymore. And they made the right buys. We were critical of the Sensi buy.
Yeah.
I myself, I thought it was too much money. He's overperformed. Again, like I can't judge Gianpaolo after 6 games, I will not judge Sensi after 6
Thank
games.
you
either.
very much. Thank you very much.
And people that are bringing tweets out, Benacer and Krunic for whatever X amount of money and Sensi for X amount of money. It's just to say that we bought 2 players, you bought 1. No one ever said one is better than the other or will be. And there's a lifespan to these players too, right? So let's see where it takes us. But Sensi's been very good. That's the last compliment I have for Inter because I have a really, really bad bone to pick with everybody.
Fahad says, I think we'll only suffer more if we change coaches now. Thank you. Not at all satisfied with Gianpaolo, but another shakeup won't help. Thank you for that. Sorry, his name is in Arabic, so I do not read Arabic. First of all, I have felt bad and being gloomy since first game against Udine. Do you think our lacking of great players have affected us? And why the new signings plus Jack and Conte not starting games? Jack, I'm not sure if he is ready to start. Conte, we made him start, and that was a mistake because he was not ready. I'm not debating his quality, but
Whoa. You said he's not ready.
I didn't think he was ready to start off the game like that
In the derby.
in a derby.
Yeah, so we'll judge Conte in a derby who's played the least amount of games, but will not judge Hakan for playing 3 consecutive years.
What did I just say? I just said that he's right. Is that Conte not starting games? He did start a game. I think it was a mistake starting him in a game like Inter, but he took a chance.
Yeah, but he had no
So-
choice.
but he had no choice, yeah.
Calabria was on a red. But guys, hey, Calabria, he sucked balls. Right hand side, there was the YouTuber comment, got to fix the right hand side. Hey guys, Calabria is part of the right hand side. Shit. Crap passes. 0 link up play with Suso. Maybe we should experiment a bit and include someone like Conte.
Milan Moremi is asking why is his nephew's under 5 team pass the ball better than Milan? Alex Nod from Detroit. What does Milan need more? Higher quality players or a top manager? Who is more to blame, Gianpaolo or lack of talent? I'm gonna go with the lack of talent for now. Steve, lack of talent.
For me, it's not lack of talent. It's not a coach. It's a plan.
Guys, we gotta speed this up because battery life on Steve's computer. Graham, how is Suso still in the starting lineup? We have no idea.
Got to fix the right hand side, but you got to have some balls.
Peter Bernardi, let's go with a non-Gianpaolo one. What's lacking in our build-up to give Piontek what he needs? Seems that he's a
0.
great finisher, but there's no service for him, making him look useless.
Okay.
He's had service in the last couple
Yeah.
of games. I'm gonna go look for Grappa.
Yeah, go look for Grappa. I'm going to answer that. Who is that? Paul?
Yeah.
No, Peter.
Peter.
Peter. I'm going to be critical on Piontek. Piontek is getting into this prima donna stage type of attitude where he's going to linger in that 18-yard box and he's going to expect a cross and he's going to try to get on the end of that cross. Well, Piontek, I don't know if you've noticed, but the whole league has caught on. First of all, our crosses from either side. And with Theo Hernandez, it's been a little bit better. Terrible with Rodriguez on that left-hand side, but on the right-hand side, Calabria just not delivering them. Suso, they come in. We don't know if they're shots. We don't know if they're crosses. But Piontek, in the build-up play, has been terrible, guys.
Terrible.
Bounces, no first touch, terrible control. Unbelievably difficult in holding up play to have our midfield, which we struggle in midfield, advance and come up and join the play. Guys, it cannot be all about service all the time. This is going to be the third striker we go about that is complaining that we don't give them service. Do we have all the ideas in the final third? Absolutely not. We're so predictable, especially on the right-hand side. But Piatek cannot get a free pass on this because he's got to pick up his game. 2 goals this season, both on spot kicks. Missed sitters against Torino that
Yeah.
cost us that game.
They did.
Against Fiorentina, Les didn't have no chance, but he's got to get more involved.
To Maria Costignola, do you think Giampaolo would get sacked, especially if we don't get a result against Genoa? I think if we lose against Genoa, I think
Everything's
the
gonna burn
unity,
down.
the
Everything's
unity
gonna-
maybe is. Thank you guys. Salute to you guys, to Edwin, Sabrina, Gigi Lapada. Salute. Thank you, Maurizio, for the great idea. And that was the last question of the evening. Guys, we love doing this every single Monday. We're already an hour in, but other than drink our sorrows away, guys. That went down smoothly. Our president didn't send us brioches and the digestions. Guys, my indigestion, honestly, and I know we keep on repeating ourselves, is the lack of a debate, a lack of a conversation on YouTube. There's nothing wrong with having different opinions, but if you think that Giampaolo should get sacked, that's fine. But you should not shit on me because I don't think the exact same way as you. We should be able to have a conversation, right? Here's what I believe. Here are my points. Here's how I come up to this opinion. But the moment that you tell me I'm an idiot or you're stupid for thinking this way, and this is unfortunately the keyboard warrior state.
We'll fight back.
We'll fight back, and
I'm not scared.
No, but it's just like I think at one point it's like I don't even want to debate anymore because if
There's
you're
no
gonna
debate.
if you're going to perceive that this was my thoughts, okay, that's fine. We're not gonna make everybody happy, and it just sucks to say we're disappointed. But when you're shitting on your own team, guys, seriously, and respect opinions. Yes, thank you very much. And Facebook Frank, I think Steve messed up the feed by smashing the table too much today. That's very possible. No, but it was Presidente. He heard you swear. Then he saw Tommy swear, so he's like, cut it off. He made a call to my internet provider. He's got the any indigestions of this week, Steve?
Indigestion for me, guys, is Milan Twitter, Milan fans were fighting against each other while everybody else is laughing at us. I found a picture today, guys, of FC Inter. I don't remember I'll go find it and I'll tweet it out for you guys. They basically show the new stadium, Stadio dell'Inter, and the little park that's in the picture. Of everybody saw that little mock-up of the I think it's the cathedral style stadium there. On the side, the little park where people are playing, they call it Stadio del Milan. So while we're all fighting against each other, everybody's laughing at us. So think about it, guys. Think about it and stay united and love for the shirt. And yes, give your opinion. But please, guys, this is Milan. You cannot wish that Milan loses. You can wish on change. You can express your opinion that you want change, like myself and Vinny do on this podcast and live on YouTube. But guys, the other clubs are laughing at us. The Romanista, the Lazio, the Laziale, and they've been in these conditions for far longer than we've had.
And I come back to my first story at the beginning of the podcast is to have a team that had lost 3 out of 5 at this time, having 2 complete strangers, just from the power of social media, talking about this girlfriend showed up with a Bob Ross t-shirt, guys. This is what it's all about. Through thick and thin.
Well, this is not my heart. This is
Your heart's over there. Yeah. This is what it comes out. We can complain, we can scream, we can yell, but in the end, we love our beloved Milan.
Yeah.
If we went through Emmanuelson and Kevin Constant, per l'amor de Dio, it's 6 games in. We've been sucking. We're not debating that. Just
Riccardo Montolivo, Mathieu Flamini.
but Montolivo was a staple. He
Yeah,
cannot
for
be
sure.
moved, and
He
he
was the next
and he got
leader.
rid of Seedorf. Huh? Feel good moment of the week. That's my feel good moment. Having 2 people coming into Chicharo's.
I'll
at
jump
time.
on yours because I have absolutely no. I have just one message. The next time you guys are fighting against each other on Twitter, think that all the Interistas are laughing. I will tweet out that picture, guys. I will find that picture and I will tweet it out. and let it sink in, guys, is that as we fight, everybody else laughs.
Everybody keeps on doing the wrestling references. Steve, we're gonna get you. We're gonna put you as a wrestling fan pretty soon, guys. It's been a very long one. We had a lot of things to talk about. You may agree with our opinions, you may not. That's fine. We're here to entertain. And in the end, please, guys, respect each other out there. And if somebody's not going to respect your opinion, it doesn't mean that you have to do the same thing, because in the end, you're stooping yourself to that level. Be smarter. Keep your standards high, right?
G.I. Joe.
What does Presidente sound like?
G.I. Joe, guys. G.I. Joe.
No, like Cobra Commander.
Oh, yeah. Cobra Commander.
Presidente sounds like Cobra Commander on G.I. Joe, guys. Ovunque e sempre.
Forza Milan.
Forza Milan. Ciao. Are you going to be okay? Guys, sorry about the whole video. I don't know what the hell went on. Thank you. We reached like 32, 33 viewers at one point. We called the second part 2.
Maybe we crashed YouTube.
We crashed YouTube, or it's probably is it the public service announcement at the end of the episode? We should have a public service announcement. Guys, thank you very much once again, Mari, to say hi to your daughters, to everybody that keeps on, watching us, YouTubing. We have no idea what the hell we're doing. He says, Facebook Frank, is this Frank and Vinny after dark? So this is like the after show.
Vinny and Steve after
It's
dark.
like we're having a dark match, Facebook Frank. It's not on TV. It's the one there. So
and it's free, guys. We don't charge you money.
no charge. We're gonna do a we're gonna do a Patreon. We're gonna ask for a quarter.
Record.
Give us a quarter. Give us a quarter a month. And guys, buonasera a tutti. Maurizio, thank you for the idea. It's beautifully frozen. And can we have one last shot for our YouTubers? One last shot. We're gonna do half shots because one's married and we both work early in the morning.
Come on.
What's the matter?
I screwed up.
You screwed up. You got enough. Guys, this is behind the scenes. Huh? You think President is still?
I don't know if he's still watching.
I don't know if he's still watching. Maybe, you know what? He's got a.
What time is it?
Huh?
9:21. In 9 minutes, it's his curfew.
Yeah, guys.
First
To the art of debating, to you guys conversing within yourselves and listening every single YouTube. Thank you very much. Salud. We'll see you next week, guys. Ciao.